While targeted therapy has been effective at treating many forms of cancer, there are some types of cancer that targeted therapy has difficulties dealing with. One of those is brain cancer. And so let's take a look at what makes targeted therapy for brain cancer difficult and how scientists and researchers are trying to overcome those barriers. Due to the unique structure and biology of the brain cancer has been very difficult to treat with targeted therapy. The brain is made up of two types of cells. The one you're probably most familiar with is neurons. These cells are what allow the brain to function and give us our senses. But in addition to these neurons, there are also support cells or glial cells in the brain. And like their name suggests, these cells support neurons and help them work better. Now, the brain is a very sensitive organ, and in order to protect the brain, we have a hard skull that acts like a barrier to prevent harm done to it by the outside world. But this is not the only form of protection our brain has. In addition to the skull, the brain has an internal barrier that helps prevent it from being damaged by threats that get into our body and bloodstream. We call this internal barrier the blood-brain barrier. The blood-brain barrier acts as a protective layer around our brain that prevents harmful substances or invaders like bacteria from getting into our brain through the bloodstream. But while this barrier is helpful in keeping out harmful substances, it also blocks some healthy ones as well. The barrier stops drugs and medications that could be helpful in treating cancer from getting into the brain. So any targeted therapies we could use to fight cancer has to first get past this barrier before it can even hope to be effective at treating brain cancer. So the question then becomes, how do we effectively get around the blood-brain barrier? And this is one of the big questions doctors and brain cancer researchers are trying to answer. One of the methods scientists have come up with is designing smaller drugs that are able to squeeze past the barrier and enter into the brain to fight the tumor. But this is just one of the ways scientists have come up with. With more research into the subject, we will be able to come up with new methods to get around the blood-brain barrier and hopefully better treat those dealing with brain cancer.